Before I start my piece, I'm a poet. Before I start my piece, I like telling my story to people. I like to people get to know me on a personal level, somewhat personal, because eventually I'm gonna have a novel one day explaining my life a little more deeper. But the story goes like this. When I was 1 year old, my mom, she passed away from cancer. When she passed away from cancer, there was a big custody battle between my father and my grandparents. My grandparents ended up winning the custody battle because my father was selling drugs at the time. He went to prison. You fast forward about 15 years later, I was looking on Facebook, typing in my last name, trying to find my dad. Like, why the fuck has he not been looking for me? So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna type my name and see what we got. I ended up finding my long lost sister on Facebook. We got to meet that same night. And I was like, yo, where the fuck is dad at? Why hasn't he looked for me? She informed me that he was murdered. He was murdered by his wife. He was murdered by his wife in front of a bar with his own gun a day before my birthday, which lands on Father's Day. After that, I went tumbling down while I was a sophomore year in high school. I started chilling in the projects with Crips, with Bloods, selling coke, selling weed. I was really out there pushing. And then my grandfather passed away, and all I had was my grandmother. So eventually I wanted to improve myself mentally, spiritually. So what I did was, when I graduated high school, when I hit 18, I decided to join the United States Marine Corps. I was there for 6 years. I traveled the world, different places, see different things, different walks of life. I came back. When I came back, I decided to take up some security, get a little SOAR license, make some money here and there. I started working in Newark University Hospital. I was working there in a psychiatric department. I was there for about a year and a half. I did so well, they ended up promoting me, and I became a police officer. I was a police officer for about a year, and I realized that's not what I wanted to do with my life. I had a higher purpose, higher value, something I wanted to touch people. So I decided to give away all that fucking benefits, give away all that money, because I'm not in it for the money. I guess started giving away all that shit, and I decided to resign. And this is here, where I am right now. I'm an artist, a visual artist. I'm a poet. I articulate my words through poetry as well. This is where I stand. Now, the poem is about my fifth time reciting my poem, so, you know, pardon me if I fuck up a little bit. It's called Two Sides of the Same Coin. Living life as a Gemini is like seeing with both eyes, a different perception that can easily be a misconception to one another or any other, but still perfectly in sync. Every time you blink, it gives me time to think. What side of me must be shown? The pleasant and outspoken, or the raw and out of focus? It's not for me to pick. My character can shift depending if you're talking slick, allowing my impenetrable demeanor continue to get slashed out by your sharp tongues, or I can settle it with violence because they entice me. Like rolling a pair of dice is a gamble. Can leave you in a heavenly paradise or having you live the rest of your life in shambles. Demon and angel, I'm not sure to continue to ramble. The angel points me to the direction that's safe and secure. Best bet I see. But that route takes consistency and patience. While the demon shouts back without hesitation that he's beginning to become impatient. No time for waiting or any explanation. You always shoot first. You don't need any preparation. All you need is speculation that the person's the enemy, can never be a friend of me. But then the angelic voice rises and states, you can't pretend to be the victim in every scenario, because you followed the path of the demon many times before. Well, like I said, pardon me. Follow the demon many times before. Says you can't pretend to be the victim in every scenario because you followed the demon many times before. You must redirect yourself because you know that way of life wouldn't last, and at last you had the peace of mind to atone to your many sins and crimes, subtle but reoccurring signs telling you, don't choose the path of evil. Finally, you must make up your mind. Now I can answer the question, who am I? As an individual, I cleanse my mind of these thoughts, now remaining with the residuals. Saying this may be difficult, but I don't need love. It's just as much as I don't need hate. Because one thing's for certain, this is my fate, can't be determined by anyone but me in all decisions I make. To create a future for myself, I must walk the road alone, maybe painful at times, stepping on sharp stones, but my future's gonna shine brighter than chrome. Just like a seamstress with thread, I must weave my name into history. My ambitions are sporadic, and there's no mystery, but I remember I was in misery when the love of my life struck me with a knife of infidelity. Eventually, I found the remedy. Eliminate all the hate and jealousy because it is becoming its own entity. So first off, I declared to myself, I had no enemies. See, look at. First off, I declared to myself, I had no enemies. I don't want to pull out the weaponry and catch a felony. So eventually, I decided to prove myself mentally. Now that chapter's closed, I can stop asking who am I and find out who I'm meant to be. Yo, listen up. I'm gonna be having my first ever event. It's gonna be Saturday, May 18th. It's gonna be called The Sanctuary. I'm a visual artist as well as a poet. So it's gonna be in Elizabeth, New Jersey, May 18th, 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. If anybody's interested, let me know. It's gonna be a big event, my first ever event. They're gonna have people from all different disciplines, people that are gonna be doing comedy, people that are gonna be that are rapping, people that are dancing, people that are singing. There's gonna be artists from all over New Jersey, New York, anybody. Just come through, let me know. I have my cards, just hit me up, Sanctuary. Oh yeah, one more thing. Real power is when everyone's eating. Yeah! So, what I wanna say is, when I say real power, I wanna say is when everyone is eating. So, ready? Real power? Real power? Real power is when everybody's eating. Unity in the community, diverse, love, peace. Spread the word.